my, so you see the hazardous guys are here, right? There you go, right? So they're gonna go and clean something up in there. CTA Green Line Station, if you're just tuning in, CTA Green Line Station here at Harlem in Oak Park. That's Harlem over there. It's shut down. The police did say that this is a fire response, not a police response. And it looks like they're going in to clean up some chemicals or something there. Those are fire department guys there. And it looks like it's a multi-town response team there. You see that there? It says Berwyn, Cicero, Oak Park, right north of Riverside. So there you go. SubX.News on the spot reporting. You got Metro Police, you have Oak Park Police, you have Oak Park Fire, and you have that Division 11 Hazardous Materials Response Team. SubX.News on the spot reporting. I believe it's a little past 7 o'clock. I don't know, some kind of chemical spill in here. I'm thinking it has to be the drugs stuff from all the drug dealing. That everything shut down. That's the only thing I can think, unless it's something else. Because I know they do all that drug dealing in there. Yeah, so take it easy. Happy New Year. There they go. They're all suited up.
386 David.
They got some sensor in their hand. You see that there? Said they get there's some kind of chemicals in there. There's people walking all over. And you got those guys in those suits. So I don't know what. So you got a bunch of people up there. You see that there? So this is hazardous. I don't even know if we should be around here, right? See where they go over there, right? So they went on the other side over there. There they go, they're going in right there. So he's showing them this. There you go, right? So that's all taped off in there. We showed you that. There's a whole section of what they do. I watched them in there. They cut the drugs on that counter over there. One time, I got it on video. I'll have to dig it up. The CTA guy was messing with me, videotaping me. I went to the other side. And while the guy's messing with me, I was on the other side of this station. The guy was cutting up the fentanyl or drugs right on there. There's a stainless steel counter right there. He was cutting up the drugs right there. So I don't know. This guy's saying they need to go in there now, doing something in there. So we'll see what they're gonna do. There you go, man. How close can I get? I'll get over there, man. I can go over there, right by the tape, right, guys? Maybe right there to that pipe over there. I will. All right. I want to get a Pulitzer Prize, man. There we go, right? So there they are. See there by that counter there. There, see that there? Yeah, he's cleaning up right there. There we go. See, He's cleaning up the drugs right there, whatever it is, right? SubX.News on the spot reporting. Yeah, like I said before, I was here before. I filmed. I'll have to dig up the film, but the guy was cutting up the drugs right on that counter. I don't know what's going on right now, so it's got to be something big. SubX.News on the spot reporting. The Green Line CTA station in Oak Park is shut down. There's a hazardous materials response team right there. That guy's cleaning it up right there. Live. He just did a test on that stuff. That's what he did. So he put some kind of a test kit into whatever that is there, and then he's gonna wait and see what the response is. SubX.News live. I don't even know if it's safe to be here, man. That dude's got that suit on, and we're out here without nothing. But it sounded like they said give it all clear here. He's testing it one more time. You see that there? SubX.News. This is the CTA Green Line Oak Park station. You have two guys in there testing what is that stuff, right? See that there? They got the test kit right there.
I see now. There you go. See how easy it works?
there's stuff on that counter there. Somebody left something there. Like I said, I've seen them cut drugs over there on that. It's a stainless steel little counter there. These guys are testing some chemicals there, right? They did one test. There's the guys testing in those suits over there. See that there? The whole station shut down. It sounds like it's coming back as cocaine. It sounds like they said it was cocaine. They're testing it right there. See that? Those two guys are?
Hey, Rodriguez, you sorry?
So now they're saying it might be some cornstarch and some other things, so he might have been cutting it up. Oh, it sounds like the guy had this stuff over there and he's cutting it. They got a bunch of powder there. And one powder, they said it's cornstarch, and the other one I heard earlier said they had cocaine. Yeah, Harlem Green Line Oak Park. So drugs, it's like we said earlier, they allow the drug addicts in here. Actually, those guys do. The CTA guys let the drug addicts all hang here. The cops let the drug addicts hang here. And this is what happens. When you allow that and you don't profile and you don't remove the criminals, this is what happens. You disrupt everybody's life. And now you have 40, 50 people here. So there you go. It's over with, right? See there, he's cleaning up that table back there. That's where he was cutting it up. It's the cutting table. I seen him cutting it up back there before. Right there. And there, right? He took some more of that, right? More of a sample. There you go, right? You gotta see that there? There you go, right? So that's the table. They always cut the drugs on there. I seen them cutting drugs on there before. And again, I'm saying we need to profile, we need to be proactive. And you got drug addicts and drug dealers around here. Imagine how bold you must be to be cutting up drugs right there. Imagine how bold you must be. Now you see this response? Can we afford to do this as a society? Can we afford to do this? Not only can we afford all these people here, but we have the whole public transportation system shut down. This station is shut down now. I don't know how long I've been here. Because why? We allow criminals to come into public spaces, quasi-public spaces, train stations, cutting up drugs or doing whatever they were doing in there. And like I said, I'll get you that video. I seen a guy before cutting up drugs on that counter there. And that should not be. Whoever's running this station, the supervisor, should be fired. And they should be charged for all of this nonsense. If you see a drug addict in there cutting up the drugs, then you need to get rid of them, right? Yeah, they're getting a bottle there, right? To test the drugs. That's a lot of drugs, man, if they got a big bottle like that. That's a lot of drugs they got there, man. Do you see the point? We tell the drug addict, drug dealer, whatever is going on, get out. Don't be in here. Get lost. People say, oh, they have rights. They're going to sue us. Forget those dudes. Kick them in the teeth if you have to. Lock them up. Put them in the hospital. Whatever you need to do for the drug addict and drug dealer, get rid of them. Because, again, this is costing us a lot of money. This is all our money, tax dollars right here. See all those guys? They get paid good money. You want these guys to be paid good money. These are cops, firefighters, everything. How much you think all these guys cost? They cost a lot of money. Training, they keep us safe, right? So he's getting the sample in there, right?
More alcohol plates and a couple of pairs of gloves and some cast soda for there.
So that's what this is. It's drugs. Drug related or drugs. Which could have been prevented if you... Again, one more time I'm explaining this to you. See that counter there? That's a stainless steel counter in there. They cut the drugs on there. There's a security officer in there, and this has got all videos in here. I said once I wanted to get the videos of this place. Is while I was here and I was watching the guy cutting up the drugs right on that counter. And now what do we got here? What is that, 4 or 5 months later? You got the whole station shut down. You got the half the town here messing with this stuff. See that there? Everybody sees that, right? He's getting a sample of it. See that there? Stay out of people's business. This is our business. We own this station. We own this station. This is the public station. Somebody who's a drug addict and a drug dealer just destroyed this public space because they were selfish. This is not their house. This isn't a private space. This is a public space. See, you have a warped sense of behavioral conditioning that says you have a right to do what you want and wherever you want. Right there. A drug dealer, a drug addict just destroyed this whole public space. And it's costing us all this money. See all this equipment here? Yeah. See, you said don't bother the guy. No. The guy should be arrested. Whoever did that should be found. And they should be put in jail and made to pay for everybody's salary that's out here. And stay in jail for the amount of time that it takes to pay everybody that was out here. That's what it should be. Okay? This is a crime. It's a crime against the public. Saying you don't have a right to do what you want in public. You don't. You have a right to do what you want in private, in your home, or some private space or a company. But this is a public space. We all own this space. This is all for everybody. And now we can't use it because someone was selfish. Someone like you. Right, Johnny? Johnny Harris, it's like you. You're a selfish person. You say you can do whatever you want and don't bother you. Well, there you go. That's the attitude you got right there. It's right in front of you. Your behavioral conditioning of your mind, where you think you can do things in public spaces that harm others. That's what we're dealing with right now, right? That's what we're dealing with. Selfishness. What do you why do you keep talking about scared? What do you think this is? Do you think this is AI? What do you think, I'm playing a game here? You want to count how many people are out here? How much equipment is here? There might be $1 million worth of equipment here, my brother. Because a scumbag wants to do drugs in a public space. That person should be locked up for at least 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years, minimum. 5 to 10 years, minimum. So it's not meth or fentanyl, because if it was, they wouldn't let that guy in, right? So now he's testing it. The cop is testing it, right? Where he went through. See that there? Again, that's the cutting table right there. Right. Now they got a testing kit. It's safe now. If it was fentanyl, they wouldn't let those guys in. So it must be just cocaine or something else. Yeah, they wouldn't let those two guys in unmasked. And if you're scared of a criminal, that's your problem. I ain't scared of no criminals. They're criminals. Criminals are scumbags. You got that? If you're scared of a criminal, man, I can't help you, man. testing them for the drugs. This is shut down, brother. The whole station is shut down. You see this? Here, let me show you. The station is shut down. The street shut down. You want to see? I'm going to pan really slowly. You want to count how many people are out here? The street shut down. See that there? See how much equipment's out there? Because of somebody wanting to do drugs in there. In a train station. It's illegal to do it in a train station. It's a train station. It's a public train station. It's illegal to do drugs in there. And it's probably illegal to cut drugs in there, right? Yeah. Now, don't get confused about people. They're a criminal, they're a criminal. So it's not that dangerous anymore, right? They're checking it in there. They're checking the drugs right over there. See that there? We don't know. They ain't gonna give us no statement, so we'll have to come back another time. Right? Yeah, they're testing the drugs right there. He was cutting it. He was cutting it on the counter. I told you that stuff. That's right there. Don't you see him taking the powder off? You see that there? He was cutting the drugs right on that silver counter there. You see that there? He wasn't doing drugs. He was cutting the drugs. There's a CTA guy right there. I told you what he was doing, man. Man was cutting drugs right in the middle of a CTA station. That's what you had, right there. That's how corrupt our society's become. That a man thinks he can cut drugs right in the middle of a CTA station, right there. Didn't you see him cleaning the dust off of it? I ain't making this up. This ain't AI, man. You're watching this in real time. Green Line CTA station. Someone was cutting drugs right on that countertop. Doesn't this mean that's real evidence? Oops, sorry, brother.
Okay, I just don't want to run into you.
Sorry about that. So they're going in and grabbing the evidence, right? It's over with, right? There's the over there testing. Saying they're gonna take that into evidence there. See that there? Now they're taking pictures of the crime scene. You see that there? You know, if that was cornstarch, you think they would be doing this? Yeah, they're taking pictures of that, right? It's a crime scene there. See that? Alright, I think we're going to wrap it up. We'll tell you what it was. We tried to get an official report on it. What I heard is cocaine and cornstarch was over there. And they were cutting it on that table there. See that? You can see all there. It's all on that. It's all on that stainless steel table there. See that there? So someone was cutting drugs right there. He ain't gonna be using that much. I mean, I seen a dude using that much over there. Not that much, but he was cutting it up there and using it. There you go. And if you're just tuning in, this is the CTA Green Line Station, Oak Park. It's a hazardous materials response, police response. They do heavy drug use and drug dealing here, and drug addicts hang here. They do meth, they do trank, they do everything here. And I guess they found or arrested somebody who did something here at that counter. And you see them taking pictures of it. And they've tested the materials there. I heard the police talking that it was cocaine, and they also found cornstarch. So the guy might have been cutting it there, right, for sale. There they are. They're putting it in the bags now. You see that there? There you go, they're wiping the counter off. See that there? See that? See how much stuff was on that counter there? That's what happens when you allow people who say it's okay to do drugs in public. Seattle just got a mayor that said, hey, you can do this. So imagine every time this happens, you shut down a train station or a bus or a school or a museum or an office, huh? If you thought COVID was bad, this is worse. They're cleaning up the floor. They have to clean it all up. Trust me, if that was cornstarch, they wouldn't be doing that. You got that? It's not cornstarch. Everybody understands that. Imagine one more time someone thought they have the right to go in there and cut or use drugs right on that counter at the Green Line. That's where we're at. We're not at home. We're not in nobody's living room. We're in the middle of a train station, and it was the height of rush hour. There it is. It's all cleaned up.
Oh, very nice.
Where are you going? Trade. For CTA? Yeah. Get on in Harlem.
There you go. It's all. What's up, brother? You hear anything? What did they say it was? Chemical. They said it was. I heard, overheard. Maybe you're nicer. You can get more information. Cocaine and cornstarch. It sounds like the guy was cutting it on that counter right there. Right, that little steel counter. Yeah. There you go.
It's a lot more than it needs to be. You just fucking take some Windex, spray it down, and wipe it off. So it has these fucking raspberry spots going. It's always bigger than it needs to be.
I'm gonna go in and get the counter. Is it open or what?
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty clean, so I don't know how much you're gonna get.
I'm gonna go in there and get a picture. I go get a picture. I seen a dude cutting shit on there 6 months ago, but they chased me out of here. Let's see before they.
They don't want to see anything like that.
Is it open? Yeah.
West Captain 620. Can you give me
It's going to be 191. I think it's 191.
Alright, receipt, thank you.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, a few more minutes.
You can walk
Yeah.
down to Harlem if you need to.
This way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
191 incident number. 191 incident number.
That's your
So,
7389 Charlie. CFP has arrived over here at Park Green Line for this can you give me that number, please? So that's the counter where it was, right there. You see that there? Just walked in. Hey, let that guy walk in or what, man? Just let that guy walk in. He just walked in there, man. That guy just walked in there. Some dude right there walked right in with a beard from that side. And let's let him in.
Well, they're essentially clear. What agency are you at?
The news guy. Yeah, he's a news guy too, right there.
No, I figured as much. I just didn't know which one you were.
Thank you. There you go. That's where the guy sleeps there sometimes, right?
We're good on our end. If you want to open it up, you guys are good. Okay. Can I let our dispatch know to go to my dispatch station already? Okay, be good, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Take it easy, my brother. Happy New Year, okay? So you okay? Can I go? I'm just gonna walk through, okay?
I don't think it's a problem. It's
Okay.
open.
Thank you.
Oh.
There you go, man. So this is where it was, right there, man. They do drugs all up and down there. See that there? That's where it was. Station closed. There you go. They did drugs right there. They spilled it, whatever it was. They cut the drugs. I watched them doing drugs from that end over there, right? They do drugs all up and down in this place. There you go. Oh, by the way, that's nice. That's a police station. Imagine they cut the drugs right on the police station counter. Kind of ridiculous, ain't it? SubX.News, take it easy. So imagine they cut drugs on the counter where the police are. Right there. That's where the drugs were. Right there. Ridiculous, ain't it? I didn't know that. There you go. SubX.News on the spot reporting. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good night.